Okay, so I don't typically start my videos off with a disclaimer, but in this case I kind of need to. If I sound weird in this video, it's because of my allergies. I've had a very annoying sinus drain the last few days, and it's kind of making me sound weird. So yeah, seasonal allergy sufferer am I. Now on to the review. What's up, Internet? JD Nitro here to bring you another product review, and this time it's another product that was sent to me by the folks at SeresRoad. This is the SeresRoad LED Pocket Penlight. Let's get it. Oh yeah, so here's the box that this LED pocket pen light comes in. Just a straight up plain cardboard box with a barcode sticker on it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we have a user manual, some keychain hardware, a pocket clip, and two generic off-the-wall brand AAA batteries. It's nice that they included batteries, but I would have opted for a brand that people actually recognize. And of course we have the pen light itself. Okay, we do have an O-ring right there to seal out moisture. And let's have a little size comparison. Here's the Key Smart. You guys remember the Key Smart? If you missed out on that review, the link will be in the description. But here's a nice size comparison. It's a wee bit smaller than the Key Smart, just by a hair. Ah, the power of jump cuts. As you can see, I put the pocket clip on. And I put the keychain on, and right away we run into a problem, and that is this metal ring. As you can see, it is bent. No, it didn't come that way. I ended up bending it in the process of putting it on the flashlight. That's a problem. They need to address that. We need a different type of ring. So what are my thoughts on this pocket pen light? It's actually pretty good for something so small. Let's get into the pros. Pro number one, it has three power modes: low, medium, and high. To give you guys an example, here I'm holding the light about 5.5 feet above my desk. Here the beam is on low, here the beam is on medium, and here the beam is on high. As you guys can see, it produces a decent sized beam with quite a bit of light. Pro number two, it's actually pretty durable. I have dropped this thing numerous times over the course of a month, and yeah, it hasn't chipped, it hasn't scratched, the coating is pretty good. Pro number three, and this is my favorite feature, it is IPX8 waterproof. So what that means is you can drop it in, say, a puddle of water and it's not going to hurt it. Now here's the thing, it is not waterproof for diving. You're not going to be going in the pool with it. You're not going to be going snorkeling with it. It's waterproof, but to, I would say, the standard of accidental drops. You drop it in a puddle of water, for example. You drop it in the bathtub, maybe. I don't know, but a small amount of water for a short amount of time, it will resist that. And now let's get into the real meat of this review, the cons. Is there anything negative to be said about this pen light? Of course there is. However, I'll be honest, most of these cons are subjective. I'm being nitpicky, as always, but hey, it has to be said. So, con number one, bad keychain hardware. As you guys saw in the unboxing segment, I ended up bending this ring in the process of attaching it. The problem here, the metal is too rigid, it's too stiff, it has next to no give, so the simple act of putting it on the flashlight, you end up bending it. That's no good. Now, to be fair, it has a pocket clip. In my opinion, something like this, you should use the pocket clip. I'm not really a fan of having things like this attached to my keys. Con number 2, the on-off switch. In order to turn this light on and off, you have to grasp the top and give it a twist. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. However, for something so small, a button would have been better. A tiny little button right there, or maybe on the back. If they didn't put this loop here to have a keychain attachment, they could have put a little button right there, and that would have worked just fine. Something as small as this should not require two-handed operation. I'm not a fan of this twist action. Con number 3, 3 power modes. What? JD, didn't you just say that that's a pro? Yes, I did, because it is, but it's also a subjective con. Personally, I am not a fan of flashlights that use multiple power modes: high, medium, low, flashing strobe, SOS. I'm not a fan of that. When I need a flashlight, I want on or off. And when it's on, I expect to get the maximum amount of brightness that that LED can produce based on the charge of the battery. I'm really not a fan of having to go low, medium, high. No, unnecessary in my opinion. Now, I understand the purpose behind having 3 power modes. Sometimes you only need a little bit of light. Like if you're the passenger of a vehicle and you're trying to read a map and you don't want to have a big bright light distracting the driver. Okay, sometimes you're working on your kitchen sink because you've got a leaky pipe. Then you need a whole lot of light to see what you're doing. I get that. But my personal preference, it either needs to be on or off. And when it's on, max brightness, nothing in between. As for the price point, they sell it on Amazon for $10. $10, not too bad. So the bottom line for the SeresRoad LED Pocket Penlight, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. And of course, we're going to ask the big question and give the big answer. If I lost this one today, would I go out tomorrow and buy one? The answer is no, I wouldn't. And the reason why is I'm not a fan of two-handed operation for a flashlight, and I don't like the 3 power modes. I want on and I want off. That's it. So no, I wouldn't buy this one. And that's going to do it for this product review. I am JD Nitro, and if you're new here, liking, commenting, and subscribing is the official order for doing things. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm out.